Hello guys and welcome to a new video. On this time a speed challenge from the MEWC DACH. It's a speed challenge I wrote, so I know what's coming up. The goals are no lambdas and so on. So it's poor ninja style speed battle. And yeah, macros are also not allowed, but if you use the macros in the file, your time and your answers will be tracked and you get a result at the end. So I encourage you to use this. I think we will release it through the newsletter, so I will link down the link to the DACH website where you can sign up for our newsletter. No spam in the newsletter, just that you get such cases and a few updates in the year what we do. So let's start. Okay, here we go. Here's the case. What is in B2? Done. What metal is in cell B2? X look up. Left one in here, returning this metal here, aluminium. How many units are in cell B2? And you should note that here always it's a concatenation of the symbol for the metal and hexadecimal notation of the units. So you can use something like left 2 and then hex to this. Why is this not working? Right, not left, sorry. What is the metal value of cell B2? And metal value is given as the multiplication of value per unit and number of units. How many units are there in total in the mine? So right of the whole mine 2 sum hex to this. Yes. What is the total metal value of column B? So left 2 and hex to this multiplied with x lookup. Again, right and left, I will never learn it. Left 1 for the symbol, returning the value. Spill, yes, sum of course. What cell has the highest metal value? Answer with the relative cell reference. So we do the following. To call of the map. And addresses are to call. Oh no. Let's do it differently. Value is x lookup of left one in here, returning the unit. And then U is units, it's hex to this, right? 2 and then to call of val times u mv, and then x lookup mv in max mv in mv, returning to call of column letter and row number CS37, which row has the highest metal value. And therefore I have not to call this before because I knew that this answer or this question was coming up. MV, I have metal value, and then I use by row or not here, release, delete this sum, and then BR X match max BR in BR. Which column has the highest metal value? And this is then basically the same formula by call, and then we do an X lookup for max, for BR. I know this should be BC, but doesn't matter, and returning the column letter. What is the average metal value in each cell? Wow. And then average MV. Which metal occurs most often in the mine? Answer with the name. And here left, instead of the value, I return the name. And then I use group by to call val count a -2 and add. Last one. This is a little bit more tricky. Assume that you mine a cell and the up to 8 adjacent cells. Which cell should you choose to get the maximum metal value? So if you are, for example, mining this cell, then you would mine all cells here to get to the value. And yeah, if you're of course here, then you cannot mine those here, you can only mine those here. And that was kind of tricky. So what I did was, because I know these are 100 columns, I used here the MV. So I use this formula here. And then instead of this here, I use the approach to call sequence 100 rows and 100 columns and get there a number-based system. ADN, a number-based system, and then R, I then use text before, AND, is this autocorrected? ADN, yeah, it says autocorrected. And for column, I was using text after ADN. Yeah, this is an autocorrection for and. Interesting. Okay, and then I did the following. I mapped in ADN Okay, annoying. Lambda A. And now I did then let how do I name this? RA for row is text before A, and CA is text after A. Okay, and now I did then a RA plus sequence 3 rows starting from -1 and CA plus sequence 3 columns starting from -1. And this is then the area. So I will call this, do an X lookup for this call area in ADN, returning call MV if not found 0. And I then get a huge spill array. A huge spill calc error. Why am calc error? Okay, left value value metal value ADN R is ADRC. Okay, don't need this. And then map ADN lambda A text before text after X look up for 2 values in ADN call MV. Should be right. Okay. Why is this wrong? Text before. Okay. We might copy this here to the side. ADN is in column. That's okay. Oh, I don't need this in column. But doesn't matter. And then I map this here in. I need this in column, yes. I do an X lookup for let's try in here 1 for those values, and those should be in ADN visible. Yeah, what is the issue? Speedrun. I call this. I look up in ADN to get MV. 1 1 is returning 0, which should also not be the case. Why is this slow? Why is this so slow? Why is this so slow? Code execution. Interesting. Okay. Breakdown. Be right back. Here we go. No. Yeah, okay. This is okay. But then I should be able to XLOOKUP for multiple. Ugh, I know what I forgot. Summing. Because of course this will spill, but I cannot have spilled values there. Julian. And then I get here a, yes, I know, sum, and then I do an XLOOKUP for max of S in S, returning ADN. This will be wrong, I know. This is only the address in like one terms. If this is working somehow. RES, and then address text before RES and text after RES, relative cell value. Hopefully this will calculate. It's quite slow somehow, but yeah, let's see. Why is this calculating so much? Interesting. Okay. Okay, it has finally calculated. And then you get the result page, 70 minutes, 18 seconds. Not great. And you see here your time progression. So you see I was after 6 minutes at the last, finished with the last question. It took me 11 minutes for the last one. So yeah, and then you can enter here your result in this page and hopefully be ranked higher than I am. So thank you for your attention. Hope to see you next time. Bye.